Etie for my minda muna masi and fambra your channel you message set notification button or turning on now subscribe to the any update to be on Sabeka no ashe ama bibia aye kama a branch of mangi break ni kutie in same kakra ekos
fact na omo statement kwa de win impeachment there but be who impeachment and akabiru no kasa be who impeachment dey kwa but lawyer over to you and some no yes say na no
ya keke medase mame fa kwanya so menchia otiefo ene wahwefo nyina especially miniamanu Eunice ne Emilia ne mafonom ene abusia nkai nyina mechia kodiefo mikro madwuma nka kase ni gosofo nyina keke you see omai ya wamrae dibu omai it's 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana and na yadibu mai na president biya oba betena so a oswe oath of allegiance actually the good people of Ghana and to oba the 1992 Constitution na and actually a from fanchani because me be constitution in pa and they say akodi for crado matu don't run the constitutional man we don't run minister constitutional man
we here pa
you see look at the preamble of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana your preamble and the constitution ni nyina no ejina so we pa de bia preamble no na aka ho asem edi kan ni nyina so no preamble of the 1992 Constitution was say in the Constitution of the Republic of Ghana in the name of the Almighty God we the good people of Ghana give to ourselves, that is in the exercise of our natural and inalienable right to establish a framework of government which shall secure for ourselves and posterity the blessings of liberty, equality of opportunity and prosperity in a spirit of friendship and peace with all people of the world, and in solemn declaration and affirmation of our commitment to freedom, justice, probity and accountability. And in solemn declaration and affirmation of our commitment to freedom, and the president biano osua oath na dey we Nigeria to west and say osua oath of allegiance na or committing to sa preamble we as one the principle or the rule of law be adwuma or the protection and preservation of fundamental human rights be adwuma afin say be our constitution nim bia so obehwe no dis so pepepe enti na yen enipa na de sa constitution we abaye ho now member if you want my member article 57 of the 1992 Constitution 57 say 57 plus 1 or say there shall be a president of the Republic of Ghana who shall be the head of state and the head of government and commander-in-chief of the Ghana Armed Forces. Next say, we see a president, masa president no, ono na be president of the Republic of Ghana. No be say head of state. But once na be say head of government. Next say nyuma ni nyina ansan say three arms of government ni nyina ono na be say da ano. No be say commander-in-chief of what? Ghana Armed Forces. Next say was say commander oda omano. Now over plus 3 now, the can say before assuming office, the president shall take and subscribe before the parliament the oath of allegiance and the presidential oath set out in the second schedule to this constitution. It can say no be assuming office no. There was a oath of what allegiance. Into a honor nature say president be a oath of allegiance say on the constitution we be adwuma. It will be the article 2 clause 1. Article 1 clause 2, sorry. Article 1 clause 2. I said the laws of Ghana are supreme. In the law, found not to be consistent with the laws of Ghana, to the extent of inconsistency, same shall be declared null and void. Ghana, so it is a bulwark. Okay, 1992 Constitution now, a bulwark. A so it did move into be an hour the year Juma. It took a yamrafu for be an hour no pay a dibia and membran etia. That is one way crowd which will do office. I want to do free aba. Remember president so. It will be president in require executive power. And the power is vested in the president. But let's go to Article 59. I want to make the president show us. Article 59 they say the president shall not leave Ghana without prior notification in writing, signed by him and addressed to the Speaker of Parliament. I repeat, the president shall not leave Ghana without prior notification in writing, signed by him and addressed to the Speaker of Parliament. That is a president. Only free Ghana hanko abra onfa enukrata so ensanye enko boss enfan command Speaker of Parliament emona mane say me free Ghana.
Spelled in black and white.
Black and white. Article 59 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana. The president shall not leave Ghana without prior notification in writing, signed by him and addressed to the Speaker of Parliament. Now, so free Ghana na, we say, Yamra Article 57 clause 1 subclause 2 no. They all can say the president shall take precedence over all other persons in Ghana, and in descending order, the Vice President, the Speaker of Parliament, the Chief Justice shall take precedence all over other persons in Ghana. That means that Article 57 clause 1, 2 about the say fan as a president in Iwa and was a nipa at one or swa oba a vice president there was oba. There's a vice president in Iwa and was said your one or swa I was so oba a the Speaker of Parliament. So Speaker of Parliament in Iwa and was a Chief Justice and eba in that order, descending order. Sana Article 57 clause 1, 2 no aka. Now Yanfe, and you say, we are president. Now, free or my name, Obertron letter the Akoma Speaker of Parliament. It is Brown Betron Akoma Speaker of Parliament, so free Hano. Speaker of Parliament is Saka letter Nusia San, or what parliamentarians will be a man, yes, President President, or free her. Now, Yamasa Vice President, no, you are sworn in as what? President. So, Vice President, you need one of the then Speaker of Parliament, no, your best, and here is the case Ghana, you need Vice Presidency, CR, or Ghana has CR. Yeah. Because I have ewo London a ebisi se na kra yante de akwesi enti let's say our president na wa a president ebra okono next Speaker of Parliament na ulia. That is the first question you should ask yourself, whether or not the Speaker of Parliament was in Ghana before the president left this country and I said jurisdiction of this country. In the case of Joe Ajahu matter no echo court Emma honorable Joe Ajahu case no court no Supreme Court declare say yakasa president waha na we free her the waha no the physical presence of the president must be felt. That means that president no and was a physical presence and a Ghana ha it is a unia na otu kwan a enye social media so he president say on Facebook nti owura asare the ote na so already the 1992 constitution ye enye de na adwene kire no because by virtue of article 130 and Article 2.1 of the 1992 Constitution of the Republic of Ghana, the Supreme Court on Quantity Church, Sa Constitution. The entire Supreme Court to Timmy Church say this particular Constitution, a spirit in the woman home, now spirit according to Justice Sowa, our when you baby call. To 4 verses Attorney General, Justice Sowa say the national constitution is a living organism capable of growth. And this constitution, it has a spirit. In order to understand the spirit, in order to understand the provision in the constitution, you need to understand the spirit of the constitution. It is one spirit in a constitution. Now, this what say. So one say the constitution in church papa. Now, obi the constitution the Supreme Court. It's by virtue of Article 130 saying answer from the Supreme Court. Oh yeah, Jaja. This what could do her. And so now better constitution as a payee. And not just say judge for now one high court and the court of appeal in anti-as you not yes here. So be one
when they were me patch lawyer facha bin to baby or this era. Abia be kai kwaza diana. Or the woman the also the idea that the president can't govern from abroad is a myth crafted by Datuba, not the constitution. Time to read, which means he's not in support.
He's not in support of Datuba. Okay. Datuba. Emma constitution a purposive interpretation of the constitution. Okay. You want the purpose, and you want literal meaning. Literal meaning means a constitution. Obiafa I also a MP na we Ghana ni a ofa okenkan the whole city ase na sa na ofa but it is how we kind the book of Daniels and Hebrews ehia se obi anyame bie wani before ansa na abete the book of Daniels ni Hebrews o kan Daniel ho ba bia chapter 2 ho ko ba bia ebe kan kire wo se na wo mo da fom dotie mu nyina bebre benyane na binum be kodan kom na binum so akọ ahohlam does it mean that net so mo nyina mo nsore ana o se ebinom omoma egwanyi omoma nya adakam mu kwa asase ase no o se mu bebre benyane that means that fa metra wan wi abaka se Daniel person o kire se the book of Daniel person o kire se enipa ne mu bi bebre benyane nti bi nya den ensore. That is wrong. But to saba provision ni baby ana in the Bible ni baby ana sa kire wo se na wo mo da fomu batie mu nyina benyane no bia akwaja na ni wabu bia tense de ni mu masiti e na Daniel ofiri wo ho ana one kind the book of Daniel ni ya Bible concordance ni ade ni ya on ti Daniel ase because ye hinta sam na Daniel kan it is a Hebrews sana article 130 ni tie 130 no e bia o mani ene na mo no aba be hu constitution o ma amomu tun na Supreme Court justices no ma ti ase ite ko ba se justice dateba o chirechire no wa mano purpose asare versus attorney general no wa mano o man purpose meaning the purpose it is the yes provision no it almost say when the president okay to for versus attorney general no any asare na hill almost say when the president is unable to perform his functions unable no ana ura asare de ko to say unable no e was say e kire say president ni incapable ana oyare ana owura dateban aye justice dateban edin cheche mu ba say unable no and say yare nkoa when the president also travels outside the jurisdiction of this country and also your inability if the president need to quite free or ma wim no quite say won't perform wa ha because there are certain duties the only lacuna to create that constitution no say anche ade a outside the betimi aye ana anche ade nso a o ha na physical presence no betimi aye e ho ne won lacuna just your call for further interpretation of the law the Supreme Court chiri mu but the point is e ho na owura that banka say kase ye no inability no nko a be to say president yare nko a ana wo infirmity of mind ana said hododo no a eno nko a na wontimi mu ba no what about president na to kwan no kwa e say is unable because ye ni tindi wo ba bi wontimi mu ntia ye de ka ho no ama the purposive meaning and na owura that band bae and every constitutional provision be our Caribbean okay that is the very foundation of our legal system the actually say and also man golden rule. The golden rule is the purposive what ruling, the purposive meaning. The purpose the mass our constitution identity frameworks of the constitution of the year and one green our okay and then the purpose. Into rather that by any intina or man the purposive meaning say inability of the president does not necessarily mean say president but when the president also travels outside the jurisdiction of this country and also inability.
Okay.
And a man purposely. And then ura oku azan disagrees. By your lawyer say judgment judgment ebi no pono so ebi disagree. We disagree and now say kwa appeal webwa. Kwa appeal ni say good ya na say be nyansafo na ka no. Ani na womu. Edi kwa azan de anya jurisprudence obetimi atro omo ankasa na theory. I criticize one, but that is the decision as it stands now.
Oh, okay.
That is the decision. The purposive meaning was given to that provision. I don't understand one thing of what say. A person was just a chinchilla trying to honor the Supreme Court. And no pen and uncle was here, man, a young man in Chile who so criticize it, or rather, of which I disagree in total with him. I disagree completely with him. I said, why not or he was trying to give it a literal meaning. Say inability to also be to perform. I'm not broadening English language. You know, say inability does not necessarily mean say will be yaring kwa. But inability could also mean when the president travels outside the jurisdiction of this country, he's unable.
It's not just a Kwaza Rudio who say no,
uncle favor Nintino or I need to know they are to the Facebook wall. I was reading it, and I'm also a lawyer. So I was reading and said that he has also gotten it wrong.
Okay. Okay. So because say the Tabako and Kabi say all the will be the points there. in this case, President Kono, I don't know, say that speaker any or mine. Speaker any hono. And Casano, layman, you know, why the president expo Edmano and notify the set me to pay.
You see, me that's it. Also, Speaker of Parliament, over Chief Justice in the Chief Justice, you are suspended to Speaker of Parliament in why I wanna name because Speaker of Parliament, no say war. Obenya na bedi actually. Also more. Second. Okay. But the information I stand to be corrected. I say Speaker no cry by the week no san koye. Me I stand to be corrected. Say no cry, anya no cry. It at the time President Speaker Sakona President Yahweh. And if the President intended to leave this country and I wanted to leave this country, I was sent a letter no Speaker man and I say also speaker no they are not on them no I'm sorry first more deal with the friend first deputy speaker speaker it also about first deputy speaker no amane so first deputy speaker no second deputy speaker and so on omo kura ni one man ubenya majority and minority you know leaders no and so on then you can inform them that time no ubetimi dia ko no mo and so ama na they tell say Nobu Joe Ajahu and by sa na the Supreme Court can say a basa was any panel babisiana or swear oath of allegiance publicly. Then is a obesia amagana men on any day president at the moment. And one no be a woman say and only adia Supreme Court biaba. They said a sound will lapses kakra and said the other man for year law, constitutional law, any theory of law, no not question be say I want to say na kobasa was seeing in na president no so call no kasa for them Africa country no. And also these are some of the lapses are what's why you know madam Fortuna Utogo and Orlando don't step in this country again because I'm now the commander-in-chief of Ghana Armed Forces so much now more allegiance to me. Well if you want to say there's that probability when the theory of law when you study the jurisprudence the legal theory and these are questions to ask and to be able to say is lawyer and marana. You see, one day, yes. One day, obviously, no catch us and name a four mine. But you already President Mahama CCA, which is very, very, very dangerous. KK, Mami Kancho, as it stands now, CCA we Manus is similar, so I don't wish that evil. I don't wish Ghana evil. But CCA said military man be and our police may be a cast of a four miner, obedient to me, the reason being that as it stands now, there is no president in Ghana. And within a minute, anything at all can happen to this country, which is very, very dangerous. So we are in a constitution.
But so there's the national security.
Who is the national security? International security. There is a constitutional crisis, and based on the crisis created by His Excellency John Dramani Mahama, we be better now for country and the year within a minute. Me no can say a minute. A bit more about say we don't have the alarm aswa. I say we are taking over the country. When it happens like that, who is to be blamed? Who is blamable? You see, NDC government, that is His Excellency President Mahama, is to be blamed, and he is blamable. The reason being that we read Article 60 clause 1, or say there shall be a vice president of Ghana who shall perform such function as may be assigned to him by this constitution by the president. The ever is a president to the vice president no obetima yedumadia was so ye no kase ye ni ba be a vice president when the atia no so ya no e won lande ye hunu ye maye consistent brief e kire say president ni say na ho oden e tie vice president no na mane hwe say yen hwe abia bi wo article 60 clause 1 60 11 and 12 article 60 and I could for no omo say omo from the constitutional law my and as constitutional
I know it's in order
now you read article 60 clause 11 and 12 clause 1 sub clause 11 and 12 article 60 11 or say where the president and the vice president are both unable to perform the functions of the president, the Speaker of Parliament shall perform those functions until the President or the Vice President is able to perform those functions or a new President assumes office as the case may be. The Constitution is clearly what? Spelled out. I see, where the President and the Vice President are both unable, inability na near can. On inability in the Supreme Court that the Bachi say when the President is what? or sick, when the president is unable to perform their function, when the president has traveled outside the jurisdiction of this country, or to kwaya, inability. Anna, Sister 11 make us say, where the president and the vice president are both unable. The speaker of parliament shall perform those functions. Speaker also swear to kwaya. One I also perform a function. No, the perform function now. I was a publicly oath of allegiance to say the president swear na swear as president now then will take you over and no be no the jet ni on na budu aja we say on no yan swear ni no take you over it was say swear no be say there be say swear ni India next wa be president one your president no continue now so say but it yan swear ni but don't take you over na so omko na Supreme Court is no yan swear ni India next say no be be antimi the president and the Supreme Court na this decision by omo de aba mo ya nyansa fo nti o se agitumo because Supreme Court do beta bia no enya kura na it means the aspirations of the good
and yes we are the not as a president ni wo oni wa be a vice ni ho speaker do beta take over e say you strike ma yes na speaker ni ho no ma na just say chief justice na so ono
na chief justice no so a was suspended no and the constitution no so can say the chief justice. It will be so
acting. Since you say we have an acting.
Maybe the problem about that when it comes to constitutional interpretation or if there is a rival meaning placed on that particular provision. Me as a lawyer, say me say or you acting or to say the chief justice na the acting chief justice na ya no. Chief justice I suspended no suit me ye. It yama na kwan nanka on take over. But to be a literal meaning no. Person change the constitution na nka nesa no. Any a friend literal legalistic literal meaning nti don't know so be can say the chief justice and can the acting chief justice. It is a chief justice there you need chief justice or my message here because you are suspended no. And you acting chief justice no so me. The president
we are very serious.
We are in a constitutional crisis at the moment. There is no leader. The country is what? Is there without a leader. And I'm telling you, say, the military, your police for they are very good at this time. They remaining neutral. Episode protect your mind. But the people not trigger. Say your one person such a thing should happen to the good people of Ghana. But the people not trigger. Obi a take over say country no wafa because
the time we take you
that is so and say anywhere there then the pointer you make me say why na at the fort number sir e dey pan be take you on mine on your body bia because at that time we bit me defended at that time I catch was there was no leader and I take you over in order to prevent say obi let on say so intimontomo 6 months and sani atoaba so when it happens like that who is to be blamed now let's go to Article 60 clause 112. The speaker shall, before commencing to perform the functions of the president under clause 11, speaker no yamfa says no president ni wana vice president sunu wa speaker no ansana obeye adwuma te say the president no of this article take and subscribe the oath set out in relation to the office of the president. So Article 60 clause 1 sub clause 12. Article 60 clause 1 sub clause 12. Actually say speaker now will take you over from the president no. So we take you over. No your president no near media or say or swear oath of allegiance. And no na ma do ajahu case no. Supreme Court use Article 60 112 was say yes publicly and Sunday Adwa to Mr. President. Now speaker here, vice president here, president here, chief justice has been suspended. Acting chief justice now also I on swear oath of allegiance here. President Deko, you name saw the letter crack or parliamentar. Eti President Mahama, wabe president to pay with him sadi winner. And you're not the entire one. And you're not acting chief justice no akwa ni jide when you say acting chief justice meet me the material. I'm here so the country is there without a leader. Marincho. So minority nasama omokano. I said there is a constitution.
But when you're sorry, acting chief justice, now that's chief justice. I don't know why the Bema I swear.
It is only when a president abo parliament na manie. Na parliament na ya aware. In fact, say speaker ni hano. And no na sa acting chief justice na chief parliament ni nyama be gua kwa ni abeswe.
Okay.